that last step went ahead and matched images to the actual narration. So what we're going to do right now is, see right here, we're going to add actual title, and we're going to add a couple of transitions. And this can be very simple. You have a long history of doing this. So I'm going to go into my tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and double click. And how do I add the, so here's my first scene. I have the fish in front of the narration right here. I'm going to go up to titles. That's right here. I'm going to get a basic title. How about this one? Basic title. I'm going to put it directly above. And do I have my snapping on? I'm going to zoom in on this spot to find when the audio begins. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And right about, where's the fish begin? Right there. So at that spot is probably where I'm going to choose to begin there. Yes, to there. Now I'll do the whole thing. Then I'm going to go like that, highlight it, come over here, and type the problem. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go inside of my tools. And whoops. Just going there. Now I'm going to go ahead and increase the size a little bit so I can see it. And then I can go ahead if I want to change the text, the alignment, the coloring. It's all right there. So I'm going to stay with the problem just like that. Let me click off. So that's not that bad. I'm going to grab the, see that circle? I want to move it up just a little bit so it stands out more on that fish. There we go. It sticks out now with the red background. Perfect. I'm going to zoom back out. And now all I want to do is add some transitions, simple transitions. So I'm going to click here on transitions. I'm going to go to dissolves. I'm used to, if I'm in the middle of a project and I'm going from an image to another image, usually I use cross dissolve. If I'm at the end of a project or at the beginning of a project, then I usually do fade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do one fade right before the I'm going to zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. There's one fade in. I just put it, whoops, I put it on top of the actual narration. So I'm going to go edit, undo, add. I'm going to try that again. Fade 2. I'm going to add it right there to the beginning. My fish. I'm going to go another one at the end. And then, so how's it look? Not bad. It fades in, fades out. Then, between the major segments, that's where I'm going to go ahead and add. So I'm going to do a fade at the very end, and then I'm going to do cross dissolve, or I can do a fade, fade in, fade out. All you have to do is add one. But I'm going to do a cross dissolve. There's one problem right here, so I'm going to add one right there, cross dissolve, and right there. And then there's another one in which they start talking about. So it's, what I'm looking for is the major places in my script that I have a new paragraph and I have new ideas. At those spots that I have new ideas, I like to have a little transition. And my second one where I have a new paragraph, if I remember correctly, is right about there. So there's my transition. So here at the end of it, there's my title over the fish. There's a fade in, a fade out, then I get over here, a cross dissolve, down here, the next paragraph, big paragraph, idea or topic change, cross dissolve, and then at the very end, when it's over, before I go on to the animation segment, there's my fade out, and then I begin the next production. So just did it, titles and transitions to this segment. Go ahead and do the same thing with your solution project.